All right, here we go. Here we go. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys? I'm so happy you're here. I am Jen Heilman, and I am a Feng Shui expert. I am a transformational coach. I am an author. I am a mompreneur. I am a professional block spotter. So I actually have the ability to see where you are stopping yourself, where your fears are coming in, where you're feeling stuck, where you're feeling blocked in your life and your business. What else? I am the creator of the Abundance Academy, which is something that I really want to talk to you about. And I was struggling to put a script together to do this video. And I really just decided that I needed to just speak from my heart, right? Because that's when I'm doing my best work. And that is exactly what we teach here in the Abundance Academy, is just being in alignment with your passion and purpose and putting it out there into the world in the most authentic way. And so I'm just going to speak from my heart, and hopefully it flows through. So the Abundance Academy is what I want to speak to you about today. As you get to know me a little bit, you'll see me doing this all the time. It's me getting my energy flowing. It's a technique that I use, and it just comes through. So if you want to stick around, you'll see me doing this a lot. I like to talk with my hands. It's just part of who I am. So the Abundance Academy. The Abundance Academy is specifically designed for mamapreneurs or at-home mamas that want to be mamapreneurs or female entrepreneurs. It's about your passion and purpose. It's about developing your passion and purpose. And it's also about, so say you're a at-home mom, right? And you're looking for something more, right? You have that deep burning inside of you, that fire in your belly to put something out into the world. You've got a passion and a purpose that you want to align with, that you know you can serve others with and through. And so how do we put that out into the world? How do we find the balance in our lives, with family, with business? Where do we even start, right? Or perhaps you are already an entrepreneur, right? Maybe you're an experienced entrepreneur, but you want to draw in more business, more clientele, more abundance, right? Or you want to live more authentically, to feel more aligned with your passion and purpose, and come at your business from a more heart-centered, soul-based direction, right? And that's exactly what we do in the Abundance Academy. Is we talk about how everything around us is mirroring our energy, right? You're a soul-based mamapreneur, and I use the words soul and spirit interchangeably. But today, let's talk a little bit about the word spirit, right? Because I feel like spirit has two meanings, right? Spirit as in our soul, right? But also it has this kind of like enthusiasm, right? If you think about your spirit, you know, the cheerleaders on the sidelines, we've got spirit, yes we do, right? Sorry, that may have dated me. But putting that energy out there, right? That positiveness, that enthusiasm, that high vibe scenario, or that high vibe energy. And what we're trying to do, right, in the Academy is keep you at that higher level of energy and understand where your spirit is being diminished, where you're playing small, where those fears have come in, right, to overshadow that passion and that purpose that wants to come through, right? When I said I am a professional block spotter, I literally can see where you are stopping yourself, where those fears are showing up and you're stopping yourself short, right? So what we're trying to do is raise our vibration and keep it raised, because you've got a mission, right? You have such a passionate mission to go out into the world and serve your people, right? To serve your peeps and to continue that ripple effect, right? Here in the Academy, we align you with your passion and purpose so that you can go out into the world and you can put your passion and purpose out into the world, and people can learn from you, and then they can learn, then the people can learn from you, and then they can go out into the world and put their passion and purpose out in the world, and people can learn from them, and this ripple, right? And that's how I see us healing the world, right? So in order to be that heart-centered, that soul-based entrepreneur, you need to keep your level of energy, your spirit raised, right? And even if you're an existing entrepreneur, right, you've probably hit those roadblocks, you've hit those walls, that what I call the what happened moment, right? I was focused, I was inspired, I was rolling with it, right? And all of a sudden, bam, out of nowhere, it just stops, and you're like, what happened, So in the Academy, we're able to see where those blocks, where those brick walls are coming up. We're able to see where those are showing up and what we can do about it. I like to think of, I am a Feng Shui expert. So a lot of this work that we do in the Academy is based in Feng Shui, right? It's looking at your space. It's looking at your environment. It's way more than just moving your stuff and, expecting $1 million lottery ticket to show up, right? It is the work that we need to do to align with ourselves. And oftentimes it's really difficult to find a way to see what exactly is showing up, what those blocks, what those fears are, right? Where are they rooted? Where are they coming from? And that's where your home comes in. Your home is not only an incredible power source for manifesting the things you like and the things that you love, right? It's also a way to see where you're stopping yourself. So we can literally look at your home as a mirror. It is a reflection of your life. It's a reflection of your business. It is a reflection of you, right? It is second only to your body as far as like housing, okay? Your home is housing your energy, and it's housing your spirit, it's housing your soul. And it is second only to your body. And so all of that energy, all of that spirit is in your home, right? And we can see through where there are maybe voids in your space. There are rooms that are empty and you're not paying attention to them, or they're filled to the gills and you can't even open the door, right? We start to look at your space as a reflection. We literally look in the mirror, not only in your space, but in other parts of your life as well. But we look in your space for where those blocks are showing up. You're literally manifesting in physical form your blocks, right? I call it living in a den of limits. So that what happened moment, right? You're feeling so good. Maybe you went to a yoga class, or you just went to, a guided meditation, or you went to a business seminar and you're feeling on fire, you're feeling so good, and then all of a sudden you walk through your front door and bammo, you're right back in it, right? It's because we're surrounding ourselves literally in physical form with our self-limiting beliefs. Wow, right? So I like to think about it as an opportunity for change, right? Because if we can look at our space, if we can see our self-limiting beliefs in physical form, then we can change them in physical form as well, right? So we can begin the process of changing those self-limiting beliefs by changing our space, right? And empowering our space to rewrite those old stories and to move forward in our lives. So I like to call it, the process that we use in the Academy in all levels is It's the vehicle, right? It's the vehicle to your success. And the reason I call it that is because it's the CAR, C-A-R. It's clarity, action, and results. C-A-R, CAR. Get it? It's kind of cute. So we use the Abundance Academy as our vehicle to success. We are always accessing clarity around what the limiting belief is. We're able to take action, and then we get results. It's a really incredible process. It's incredibly eye-opening. It's empowering. And so we get really amazing results in here. And yeah, it's pretty freaking awesome. So anyways, so I wanted to take you quickly. I don't want to keep this going too long, but I wanted to quickly take you through each of the steps. So if you're not familiar with Feng Shui, there are 8 different areas that we break down, right? And each area we follow around. So there's the love area, love and relationships. There's creativity. That's the solutions, always having those solutions. There's helpful people in travel. That's your mentors, your guides, your spirituality. There's career and life path. That's finding your purpose. That's that deeper knowing, right? That gut reaction. There's intuition and knowledge and self-cultivation, right? It's knowing yourself. It's understanding your boundaries. It's understanding what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and that being okay, right? That being more than okay, that being fantastic, because that's who you are, right? And then there's the family area. It's letting go of the past. It's understanding our heritage. It's creating a foundation in our own lives, even if we didn't have it growing up. There's the wealth area. Ta-da! The wealth area. The wealth area, wealth and abundance, we call it. That's all about having that nest egg, being able to go on vacation whenever you want, being content and loving your life, right? Having that freedom to choose whatever you want to do that day, right? That is having wealth and abundance. The last one is fame and reputation. So being seen for your skills and your talents, being recognized, being respected for that, and all of those things and how they relate. So we go through each area, but we break those down into weeks, right? So we talk first about the theme. So say we're in the love area. We're in the love area right now in the academy. We talk about the theme and what we can do to the space, what our clarity was, right? What our aha moment was when we looked at that space. We were like, oh, okay, it's a mechanical room. P.S. My love area is a mechanical room, right? So what can I do to soften that? What can I do to what can I add to that space to help me receive, to be more receptive because receptivity is huge in our lives. It's a huge theme, particularly for women, that we're not able to, or it's not that we're not able to, we've just never been shown how to receive things in our lives, because we're the givers. So there's the aha moments around, taking a look at your space, right? And then we talk about, I always look at it like a big funnel. We're funneling down, or we're narrowing the lens in, right, if you will. So we have the theme, and then the next layer we look at the seasons. Why would we do that, Jen? Because the seasons, each season relates to a particular area of the Bagua, right? So the season is profoundly effective on, or it affects you profoundly, emotionally, physically. There's certain, coincidentally, but not coincidentally, the heart is related to the love area, right? And the love area, the season that is related to the love area is summertime, and the summertime is related to the heart, right? So our hearts are at a weakened state during that time. So we talk about what you can do to strengthen your heart, what you can eat, what kind of yoga positions you can do, what kind of exercise, what kind of emotional reactions you may be having if you're out of alignment, and how to become more aligned in that time. So we talk about that. So we talk about the things that are pretty much out of our control, but how to gain access to control during that time, right? So you don't feel like you're crazy. If you're sad or if you're just kind of blah, that's a symptom. If you're out of alignment and your heart is in the summertime and your heart is at a weakened state, is just feeling kind of, you know, who wants to feel, you know, you want to feel excited and alive and joyful. So what can you do to do that? We have an amazing expert that comes in and talks to us all about that. The next level is, as we focus in and we funnel down, is specific spaces. We talked about the bedroom, right? Because even if your love area isn't in your bedroom is a big factor in your love relationship, right? So we talk about how you set that up and how you could be blocking yourself. Like maybe if you're single and you're trying to call in a relationship, is your bed crammed up against the wall, you know, and what you can do to open up the space to invite that new love. If you're already in a relationship, what you can do to bring balance to that relationship, right? By setting equal sides of the bed with equal lamps and equal tables and accessories and things like that. So calling in that balance. And then we layer down again and zoom in again to our bodies, right? And what are our bodies reflecting back at us? What kind of pains or ailments are specific to that area that are trying to get our attention, right? Our soul or our subconscious often uses pain or ailments to get our attention around emotional traumas, around old stories, around self-limiting beliefs, to waken ourselves up, right? So that we can take action to fix those things. So the heart, the love area is directly related to the heart chakra, right? So what can we do? We talk about the heart chakra and what you can do to open that up, to become more receptive, that balance of giving, receiving again. But also we talk about ways to keep ourselves energized, right? That spirit again, and raising our spirit and keeping our spirit raised. And then we take it one more level down, right? And that's the last level that we take it to, which is mindset. It's awareness. And what we're trying to do when we funnel down or we zoom in is that we are looking at what our brain is actually telling us, right? Because that is the key to all of this. We are trying to funnel down, we're trying to zoom in on what our brains are actually telling us, because our thoughts become things. Our thoughts become things. And it's a fact, right? The things that we think are manifested in our lives in physical form, right? So if you're thinking negative thoughts all the time, then negative situations are showing up, right? If you're thinking positive things, then positive things are showing up. And that is a huge, broad scope. I know that that's a broad sweep across that whole subject, but it is the absolute truth. And so what we are doing is we're zeroing in on what exactly is it that you're thinking, right? What stories are being played? What stories are being played in your brain, right? What do you have on repeat in your brain, right? Because if you're repeating these stories over and over again, if they're manifesting into patterns, into beliefs that you have, if you've been knowing what is on repeat in your brain is the key to all of this, right? That's what all the funneling down is. That's what the mirroring, looking in the mirror, understanding what's being reflected back to you, understanding what we're zooming in on, right? That is the key piece here. And the reason is because we need to understand what it is that's on repeat, what we're thinking, because that's what actually manifests things. That's what becomes the manifested piece. So we have our Carrie Gavin. She is our mindset and prosperity coach that comes in and coaches and works specifically with each and every one of you about your mindset, understanding where those things came from, where those stories came from, and how we can smooth them over and rewrite the stories, right? So that we can send it back out, right? If we're funneling down, we're coming back out, right? Feeling empowered, feeling abundant, clear-headed, focused, inspired. Our energy level is raised, right? So we understand where it's all coming from so that we can put it back out into the world, so that you can put that beautiful mission that you have, that burning in your belly, that fire in your belly, comes back out into the world, because your mission needs to be heard. It needs to be put out into the world, and your passion and purpose is so important. And so it's crucial to be able to have these skills that keep you aligned, that keep you focused, that keep you inspired, that keeps your spirit energized, right? It keeps your whole being energized, so that you can go out and inspire people as well, right? That's what we're doing in here. I hope that was helpful for understanding the work that we do. That was definitely a huge, sweeping, broad stroke over the very detailed work that we do, and but you know, we can only discuss so much in here before we start getting into the lessons, the actual lessons. So I hope that was helpful. It is my intention to help you go out into the world and change the world in your own unique way, because I really believe that the mamapreneurs of the world are the ones that are going to change the world. So that is my passion and purpose, is to help you fuel this energy and fuel your mission in the most positive and inspiring way. So I hope that was helpful, and if you have any questions, I'm going to post a little link down below this that says how you can get in touch with me if you want to set up an appointment to, you know, just jump on a call and chat about whether this is something that is going to work for you. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. So I'll put the link below, and we can jump on the phone and chat it up. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will hopefully see you soon. Okay.